Hello, hello! Welcome back to another episode of Minecraft Legacy. In this episode we're going to start by doing something dangerous called terraforming at nighttime. It's a fun exercise in, how many times can I narrowly avoid death without using a single pork chop with an inventory full of stone. We're not gonna use up all the stone in my inventory because that would be like an hour-long episode, and that's not something that I want to do. And also my voice would give out before I was able to, finish the episode, which isn't fun. But, I want to get a little bit of a section here started, because I always do all this terraforming off-camera, and I never show how I do it on-camera, and I don't want to deprive y'all of that, Immediately I screw it up, because, that's just how we do. Sometimes you just screw it up. And if I were doing it like this would actually be a little cheaper. So basically this is how I terraform. This is entirely how the whole thing goes. If a monster approaches me, I usually make a high-pitched noise and shoot it. But, sometimes I don't have my bow on me. In which case I make a high-pitched noise and run away, as opposed to shooting the monster. Underneath here is actually not lit up as well as it could be. I'm going to slab it later because I really like the effect that slabbing an area gives, letting it be dark while, there's... Letting it be dark without getting spawns is one of my favorite aesthetics, I guess you could say. Or, in the case of the mob farm, letting it be dark because that's the whole point of the darn thing. Yeah, just... Light can be used to enhance things like builds and make them so beautiful. And oftentimes it doesn't come through on camera the way I think it does in things like screenshots. But, we improvise, we adapt, we overcome. That's why the floor of the mob farm is lit up. It allows for that cool gradient. So yeah, we're just gonna terraform until the daytime. I was gonna start out with what we're gonna do at the end of the episode, but we need the daytime for that. So I'll wait for the morning to come before I start that. And then the really big thing this episode, we have to wait for all the monsters that aren't spawning to realize that they've overstayed their welcome and begin to burn. That's something that is integral to getting the thing that I really want to showcase this episode done. But, we'll start off with a little bit of terraforming. Is it going to be lit up? Absolutely not. Is it going to be sort of ugly because it's not lit up? Absolutely. And we're just going to embrace it. If you don't embrace being ugly sometimes, are you really living? The human experience is one of making art, and this is a form of art, and art doesn't have to be pretty, because the human part of it is the fact that you made it in the first place. It's a very human thing to create, you see. It's, how scientists differentiate between, Homo erectus, one of the predecessors of humans, and Homo neanderthalensis, versus, Homo sapiens. Us. Anatomically modern humans. So, if you haven't created today, make sure you give it a try. Even if it's just like a doodle on a napkin while you're having your morning coffee. Doesn't have to be good, because the fact that you made it is so undeniably human. that it is already wonderful. So it looks like it's becoming light, which means we're not going to be able to get much more done without ruining plans that I have. But, you know, we can finish another row. And by then, maybe our hostile friends will have begun to crisp up a little bit. You know, they might realize that, wait, we're not quite crispy enough. And begin to crisp up. Which is really what I'm waiting for. I don't want to do one thing without daylight because I will get mobbed. No pun intended. And the other thing needs daylight because I don't have the whole place lit up, so it doesn't work at night. Which is a obstacle we will solve later. So first things first, I actually finished terraforming the underwater here. There's not really much you can do to terraform underwater, so I made it all sand so it looks nice and sandy. Gave it some nice curves. It's now not... This used to be connected, now it's not. And it's also 4 blocks deep instead of 2. Would not believe how long it takes to dig out a large area underwater. Another thing I did, and this is much more subtle, but the sand has actually been raised up 1 whole block almost all around this beach. I ran out right there. But otherwise, it wraps around, he's gonna try and get me if I go near him. It wraps from where I ran out, all the way around. I have to go up here. Wowee, he took a lot of arrows. It wraps all the way down around to here, and I've actually gone and terraformed it into sort of where the sand ends. This took all of the sand that I have, so I no longer have any sand, but that's alright. There's not much else that has changed, simply because the digging of the one area that I terraformed in this sand took a while because I've been using stone tools because I'm too lazy to go make more diamond tools. And also, I have 1 perfect stack of diamonds that I don't want to touch, so I'll have to go mining for more if I don't want to ruin my full stack. So now on to the purpose of this episode, the big shebang, the titular event. The mob farm is done. I have exactly 1 thing left to do on it. Maybe a little bit of decorative stuff, but that can be finished at a later date, and it doesn't have anything to do with, like, getting in where the mobs can spawn and kill me, so, you know, no big deal. The mob farm is finished, and it's time to turn it on, and see just how bad of an idea it is to sit in a dark room with a bunch of mobs with nothing but a glass catwalk preventing you from falling off. I am wearing armor, so the fall shouldn't be deadly, but, you know. So here I've smoothed this out. I think I want to take this little ceiling bit up 1, I don't know. I mean, it's supposed to feel a little cramped. I definitely want to take this around later. But we've got 1 thing and 1 thing only to do here. And that is take these torches out. So I'm doing it by hand because the water is not going to spread out the way it would need to. I don't care if I'm leaving any torches behind. I cannot afford to. Alright. Oh, jeez. So the torches up here are definitely illuminating a little. There might be a little bit of light from the torches at each end of the catwalk coming in. But, like, this is gonna be light level 0 once all these torches are out. And if I've lit up all the surrounding caves, we're gonna start getting some monster spawns. Probably not while I'm still up here. And I might have to, like, something that I didn't think about because I didn't know it was a mechanic until recently. So, you know, 10 years still learning about the game. Mobs won't spawn within 24 blocks of the player unless it's a spawner. So they might start spawning over there. But I'm probably not going to get any spawning, like, directly adjacent to me, because it's only 16 blocks. I'm probably going to get spawns while I'm working on this side, because now it's 32 blocks, which is still in entity processing chunks as far as... Yeah, it's still on entity processing chunks, but it's... Oh, it was stupid of me for doing this way. But it's outside that 24 block limit. That is, integral to mob farms working. This is stuff that I learn in, new versions, so I do not know if it actually applies to alpha. Just because so much has changed. But, like, monsters are gonna spawn because it's dark, even if I have to leave the farm, quote unquote, to get them to spawn. This isn't an AFK farm. That's not something you can do without dispensers. Maybe pistons. Oh, it's spawning! Hi. Oh, it's working. Hey. Hey, look at me. Look at me. Come get some. Would you walk off the edge? Come on, you're supposed to do that. Buddy, pal, friendo. Cool. Let me go see if the other dude dropped any feathers. Pick up the cobblestone that I left. He did drop feathers, so I will never run out of feathers for making more arrows again. With luck, I will never run out of arrows again if I can get some skellies to spawn. I don't know if the 24 block limit counts for vertical. So I might, you know, swim up to there being a ton of spawns. Which would be, less than ideal. Because there would be skeletons. Oh, of course this... No, it's daytime. It's daytime, Ruby. Look at your clock. It is daytime. I was about to say, of course this isn't going to work very well. It's nighttime and I have not lit up the whole area. And again, to be fair, I didn't even know if this was going to work. So the fact that I got 2 spawns at all is amazing to me. Are there any more? There's a spider. There's a spider. Hey. Teehee, teehee. It's working! It's working. Theoretically, if I... Yeah, walk over here. It should spawn a few. It's probably not going to spawn as many as I'm thinking. Oh, of course it's not going to spawn as many as I'm thinking. Let's see what it does when I up the difficulty to... Ruby doesn't like that. Walk back over here. The sun is setting, so I don't know if I'm actually going to get all that many spawns, but you know. Oh my goodness! Oh my golly, that's a lot of zombies. Let's go get the feathers and see if it'll happen. Why are you alive? Why are you alive? This is almost a 30 block drop. You should not have survived that. You should not have survived that. Can these guys spawn with armor on and I just can't see it because that's not programmed in yet? Why did they not die? They probably hit my water tube. I'll bet that's what happened. Perhaps I will guard the tube. And this will just be the side you go to for air. Lord knows I have enough glass to do it. So, maybe we'll do that. Let's see if vertically I'm 24 blocks away, so it'll spawn. Theory worked. It did not. So this would appear to be one where you have to run out to, get the spawns. And that's on me for not realizing that until it was, far too late because I'd already dug the pit. I guess I have to sit a little bit. Oh, and the sun is setting, so of course there's going to be competing spawns. But, it works a little bit! I built something semi-functional! Hooray! I didn't know I could do this! I invented this all on my own! I cannot see in the slightest, but I don't think I'm getting any spawns, because, nighttime, but I got 10 whole feathers from that. Amazing! It's not gonna work because now the sun is, oh, it might work. I'll wait a little bit. I'll bet there's a cave and they're probably still spawning in there. I'll wait for the clock to move a little bit. We'll wait. We'll be patient. We'll stand all the way over here, so I'm definitely 24 blocks away. And we'll wait for the clock to move a little bit, and the stars are starting to come out, so the clock is moving. And now it is time to see if I get more spawns. Yes, yes. No, okay, too dark outside. Slick. Well, it worked a little bit is better than it didn't work at all. And considering I don't think mob farms are supposed to be possible, or at least I never saw them, that's positive. I like that. But, okay, pig died, Let's go celebrate with a pork chop. Amazingly, I didn't break any of my armor. Let's go have a pork chop to celebrate. Feel like it's definitely worth a pork chop. Also, I need to heal up. And we'll just leave it at hard. Because I probably should have been playing it hard to begin with, but I always forgot to bring it back, and swapping between versions is not the best for remembering. Oh wait, I gotta leave this this difficulty. I have to change it every time. I'm gonna put my rocks back, just because I don't want to do terraforming in the dark. That is not perhaps the most intelligent thing to be doing. Even though I did it before, and do it continuously every time I terraform, it is not the smartest. And it's certainly not the smartest to do on camera, where inevitably, because I'm recording, I'll get shot. I'll get murked. And they'll be damaged. So, let's just steal some wool. I'd make a bed if I could. And, bit of a short episode, but that's okay. So, thank y'all for watching. If you're part of the morning crew, I hope you have a great day. If you're part of the evening crew, I hope your day has been great. And if you're part of the afternoon crew, well, I hope your day is going alright. I've been Ruby Robotic, and I will catch y'all in the next episode.